I'm gonna say everything that I said in the last video because my mic wasn't working. And that really pisses me off because I said a lot of really emotional things and really important things that I wanted to say, but I didn't get to say it, so I should hurry up. Okay, so in the video that I already made, I was talking about people that I meet online that I don't really know them, but I meet online. They're pretty much Michael Jackson fans, and I just meet them, and I think they're great people, and I love them, and I really care about them, even though I don't know them. I know that I don't know them, but they're people too, and what I know of them, I really like and I really care for. So some of the people, two of the people that I've met, no, three, but one of them is I'm probably not going to talk about because I don't know. So one friend that I met on Twitter was saying how she was hurting herself and how she was cutting Michael Jackson's name into her arm and things like that. When people say that, that really gets to me because I really understand people. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like I understand what they're going through and how they're feeling and why they are cutting themselves because I've been through all of that and I've been sad enough to hurt myself. And so since I've been through all that, I kind of know how to help them because I've been to a lot of doctors, I've been to the emergency room once, and I've been to a lot of things. I've talked to a bunch of people about my problems. So it probably still doesn't give me, the experience to really talk to these people and, help them. But so when she said that, I got kind of worried because I didn't want her to do it because she's a human being and I don't want human beings to hurt themselves. So I asked her not to. She said it was too late and she had already done it, which I was really sad about. And I told her not to, and I explained to her why, which is the reason being is because when you feel emotional pain, giving yourself physical pain may distract you and switch the pain to physical pain, which is sometimes better than the emotional pain. I know. I understand that because I remember thinking the same thing. But then the emotional pain is always going to come back because hurting yourself does not relieve the problem, does not make you less unhappy, really. It just distracts you. So it's always going to come back and you're always going to want to take that knife and just, slice at your arm or something. So it's not really helping you in the long run. So I told her that it was just one cycle and one big circle, and it's just going to keep on going over and over and over again. She continues to do that, and she told me that she would try not to do it again. Which, some of you will be like, oh, she's just trying to get attention. She wants people to pity her. That's why she posted it on Twitter. Well, maybe she does want that. Maybe she wants people to pay attention to her. Maybe she wants people to pity her because maybe where she lives, maybe her parents don't give her enough attention, or maybe she feels like her parents don't care enough for her, so she's taking her pain online to show people how much pain she's in, and so people will respond to that, which I did, but I'm not pitying her. I'm not being like, oh, why did you do that? Why are you so sad? Because I don't really care because I see that and I know they're unhappy because, who would do that unless they were unhappy? Crazy people, maybe, but hopefully she's not crazy. So it doesn't really matter to me why she's sad. It just matters to me that I tell her that hurting yourself physically is not going to get rid of the emotional pain. You need to go talk to somebody about your emotional pain and, find ways to, let it out and relieve it and just get it away other than hurting yourself, because it's not releasing anything but blood, and blood is blood red stuff that goes in your veins and that should stay in your veins. Thank you very much. Another person that I've heard from and I have been chatting with for a while, not a while, maybe a month, and I've grown fond of because we have things in common, and she's a year younger than me, so we're kind of in the same age frame, and so the first time we talked, like the first day I met her, she said that she hurt herself, and I was kind of like hoping that she didn't really mean what I thought she meant, which is cutting, but it did. She said that she took scissors to her wrist sometimes, and so, and like she acted as if it was no big deal, it's just scissors, I don't cut that deep, I'm just trying to release the pain, which is what she said. She's like, it really does help, it releases the pain, which kind of worries me that she told me that, because hopefully she's not telling other people that are in emotional pain that cutting themselves with scissors is going to help, because that's not going to help anybody. So I told her not to, and I told her the same thing that I told the other person pretty much, and like she seemed like she understood, but how can I tell really, because we're online, we're just chatting, and it's just text, and you can't really hear the person and the emotion in their voice and how much they care. But so it seemed to me like she understood, because she did this whole long status thing, like pretty much quoting everything that I said and telling people not to cut themselves because it doesn't help. And then today, which is like a month later, she talks to me again and tells me that she cut herself again. The reason for this time was because her friend that she met online, on YouTube, actually, who she had become friends with and started calling on the phone and chatting on the phone with, killed herself during a phone conversation that they were having, which I hope to God is not true, because I hope to God that I would never come in contact with anybody that is ever been through something like that, because that's scary. But I was kind of disappointed that she had to cut herself, because even if that scenario was true, and if her friend had really killed herself while she was on the phone with her, yes, you're going to feel some emotional pain when your friend dies, especially in front of you, but that emotional pain is not gonna go away with a slicing of your wrist or hand or whatever. It's not going to go away. Even though it feels like it does for a moment, you're always going to think back to that friend that killed themselves, obviously. You're always going to think back to that, and you're always going to feel the emotional pain. And the only way you know of to get rid of that pain so far is to cut yourself. But it's not the only way. You need to go talk to somebody else, like a friend. Like she should have come to me, or chatted me, or texted me, or something, and told me about this, so I would be able to talk to her about it and help her get through it without going the way of the knife and cutting herself. Because, like I had told her before, that doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help your friend. It doesn't help your health. And another thing she told me, it was kind of weird, was it hadn't stopped bleeding for 27 hours, which is creeping me out. Because 27 hours is a long time. Blood should stop by then, or you're probably going to die. So, obviously, hopefully she doesn't want to die, because she has a friend like me who doesn't want her to die, and hopefully she cares enough not to kill herself, because I care for her, and I'd miss her, and that would just make me unhappy, and then I wouldn't want to take the knife. No, I wouldn't, because I know better ways to deal with being unhappy. Go in your room and cry it out. An hour or two might pass of crying, but then the pain will go away, you'll fall asleep or something, and then you'll wake up the next day, maybe in a bad mood, go eat some chocolate, it'll make you feel better. And then you'll get fat, and then you'll be depressed about being fat, and then you'll get some liposuction, it'll all go away. Thank you. No, I was kind of joking. I know that wasn't really a good joke, and it probably wasn't funny. It obviously wasn't funny, but seriously, no kind of emotional pain is going to just go away like that when you cut yourself. The only thing that comes from that is blood. Blood, 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 blood. And that ain't a pretty sight. So, either go to your parents, or if your parents really don't care enough to, help you and take you to the doctors or anything, go to your school counselor, go to some other kind of counselor, call, the depression line or something, your local depression line or helpline or something. Because cutting yourself is never a good solution. Thank you. That is all. Peace, love, don't hurt yourself. Love you. Bye-bye.